I think it's pretty obvious to everyone who's just started learning piano that you have to learn the names of the notes. But I see lots of beginners or people in the early stages still hesitating and kind of stuttering over finding them quickly when they're trying to do anything else. Like remember the notes for a song, find a chord, or reading sheet music. A lot of the stuff that we learn beginning with being able to find the notes, we're trying to get it kind of internalized so it feels natural, like it's part of our vocabulary. When we're speaking our first language, we're all pretty fluent unless you're trying to do something complicated. So that's how we want to have it with things on the keyboard, with chords, with scales and everything. To find a chord, to start a song, to like find the next section of a song, you've got to be really comfortable with finding the notes instantly. So I'm going to give you a few methods you can use to practice these. You don't want to spend hours on end doing this, but just a little bit of time when you're first starting to learn, or if you're a little way down the road learning and you find yourself pausing occasionally to find things. If you don't know all the names of the notes yet confidently, then I've got note naming videos linked in the description. Start off with the white keys, and the exercises that I'm about to talk about, I've got some play along practice videos also in the description you can use to help you get quicker and find those notes without hesitating. So always start off with just the white keys because you need to get those solid before you can even name the black keys anyway. The first thing to do then is to just go up and down the keyboard, playing and naming the notes aloud to really build a connection between the name of the note and what it looks like on the keyboard. I would strongly recommend doing this with just one finger because if you try and do this, your fingers are going to get muddled up if you're just new to piano, and it's going to get in the way of the thing you're actually trying to do, which is just memorize the notes. So just use one finger and just literally go up from C to C, naming the notes aloud. C, D, E, F, and so on. I would go up and then down, and then gradually try and get a bit faster. And then, like I said, you can repeat with 2 octaves. Then you want to try that with the black keys. So there's 2 names for the black keys. We have the sharp name and we have the flat name. It doesn't matter which one you do first. But again, I would do 1 octave. Let's start on C sharp. So you go up, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, C sharp. And then when you can do that comfortably up and down, again, you can try a couple of octaves if you like, get a bit faster. Then do it with the flat names. So D flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, B flat, D flat. With steps 2 and 3, I want to simulate real life situations a little bit more. So with this one, you're going to have to find notes. When you go up and down, you kind of get used to doing them in that specific order, but sometimes you obviously have to pick them out at random. So you can do this a couple of ways. If you're by yourself, you can either just like pick names out of your head, or you could get a bit more creative. You could put names in a hat on a bit of paper, or maybe like Scrabble tiles or something. But it's much easier if you've got somebody to test you. They just have to, even if they don't understand anything about music, you can just give them the range of letters and they just pick out random letters. And if they need to check your answers, they could just use a picture of the notes online or something to check. Or I have a worksheet down in the description you can get which has a clear picture of the keyboard layout on it. So get somebody to say the name of a note, and then you've got to find it as quick as you can. Gradually try and get quicker and quicker at doing that. I've also got some play along videos down in the description which is doing this for you. It's me saying the letters along to a backing track, and there's a few levels that get faster and faster to help you get quicker and more fluent at finding the notes like this. And again, do it with the white keys first, then you can do it with the sharp names and the flat names. And this one you could mix up the flats and sharps and then mix all the keys together as well. So step number 3 is really just the reverse of step number 2. Somebody names a note, or you pick a note at random. You can shut your eyes and just land your finger on a random note, and then you've got to name it as quick as you can. Check your answer on the sheet. Like I say, it's much easier if you've got somebody to help you. You'll be able to keep going through it much more quickly. Once again, stick to the white notes first and then the black keys. Again, check the video I've got down in the description if you want to, because it's a play along that progressively gets quicker and quicker. If you can think of any other creative, interesting ways of practicing finding the note names or practicing finding anything else on the keyboard, then please write it down in the comments. I'm sure there's other things that you could do as well.